Peace Collective. Ooh, I don't like the way this lighting is. I'm about to go live for October messages. Please take the messages as they resonate. I definitely have been on Facebook, guys, fighting demons and just like in that season of if it's not one thing, it's another. But thank God I'm self-aware and I'm spiritually inclined, so I have been able. No, I'm on live, so I have been able to persevere through it all. Anyways, I wanted to make sure I got these messages out before the harvest moon because we are in some pretty potent energy. And with us being in this potent energy, there's definitely a lot of distractions that's out in the air. Say all this to say, technically the full moon's not going to be until tonight/tomorrow early morning, like 12 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever the case is. If you look out your windows, or if you guys looked out your windows yesterday, the moon could have looked full, but it's not full yet. So with us being in this potent energy, it being a harvest season, as well as it being an Aries moon, it's a lot of hostility in the air, a lot of microaggressions in the air. Either you could be experiencing this or you could be encountering people who's experiencing this. Examples, road rage is going to be highlighted in this season. So if you are someone who gets easily triggered while driving, do not go to war. Do not go to war. You might think you crazy, but there's somebody else out there that's crazier than you. Outside of road rage situations, you could just be random strangers at the gas station. With this hostility, these microaggressions, and this Aries bull fiery energy, this is not just coming from people we know. This is coming from humans we interact with on a daily basis out in society. So because of that, it's like yin and yang. Half the collective is going to be the ones that are going to have self-regulation, self-control, and self-discipline. And the other half of the collective is not going to give a fuck. The other half of the collective is going to be in that energy of fuck around and find out. Which, okay, I get it when it comes to like survival mode. But like I said before, it could be the littlest shit as like you cut somebody off in traffic and you just think like, oh, it's just some simple road rage, cussing each other out. And then next thing you know, this motherfucker want to crash into your car. So I'm going live to give these messages out for a reason. I'm just here to warn the collective. Don't go to war. We have absolutely no points to prove. Crazy because I feel such a peace, but seeing things all around. Exactly. Now, see me? I'm not going to lie. I was on that side of the energy of fuck around and find out. But it's because I was fighting demons. And if you guys saw me talking about my past on social media, that shit had reawakened demons in me. But I had to snap out of it like, hold up, we're about to be in Aries energy, Aries full moon energy. Let me step the fuck back. Watch my mouth, watch my actions. Somebody cuss me out, you got it. Because I don't want to go to war with anybody. I don't want to have those microaggressions. I don't want this Aries energy to deplete my energy that I'm working so hard to maintain. So this is just something to look out for just in yourself as well as people that you go out and deal with in society. If you feel like someone's like mugging you, if you feel like, you know, random strangers is projecting energy at you, dismiss that energy. It doesn't make you weak. We're half of us is over 25. We don't give a fuck about looking weak. It's all about not evolving backwards in this energy. On the flip side of that, with us being in the harvest energy, I'm just talking off the straight of my head because I did not write any notes down for astrology. But this is a time. Some of you guys have already experienced this. Loved ones are coming back. Exes are coming back. Flings are coming back. Oh, family members, family situations is coming back. It's going to damn near feel like a Mercury retrograde, but we're not in Mercury retrograde. I believe around the 27th or the 29th of September. Do not quote me because I could be wrong, y'all. But around the 28th or 29th of September, Mercury had trine Saturn, I think. Either way, there is energetic shifts that's going on with Mercury retrograde, not Mercury retrograde, with the planet Mercury. So with past situations coming back, it may feel like a Mercury retrograde, but no, they're coming back in different energy. I say this to say, if you are a spiritual person, if you are spiritual, you are a religious person, you know that you've dealt with witches or warlocks in the past, you're someone that has to do protection spells, you know, you're in that lifestyle, this is not the time to be having sex. If you are single, And I mean, like, you're not in a relationship, you're not married, there's not no real commitment, don't have sex. Stop having casual sex. This is not the energy to be having casual sex in. You fuck around and get your destiny swap. You're going to fuck around, get your energy harvest. You're going to fuck around and get depleted by it before the month of October is over. This is not the energy to be having sex in. This is not the energy to be getting in arguments in. This is not the energy where you can unintentionally create soul ties. You can unintentionally create spiritual contracts. And it's just because of how fiery this Aries full moon is going to be. So it's going to be important that you guys maintain discipline and maintain discipline right now, because it's not worth it. One night of pleasure is not worth you going through a series of unfortunate events. If things in your life has been going great and fine and you're on a roll, you're on a roll and you have sex, and next thing you know, you're experiencing stagnicities, you're experiencing setbacks, your money's a little funny, it's because your energy is being harvested. We are in a harvest full moon, so it's pretty self-explanatory. Some people that are not spiritually or religious, or some people who are not in spirituality or religion may like look at this as bullshit, but I'm telling you, this is not the energy to be exchanging energies in, because all your hard work, all your good karma, everything you have been working hard for can literally be lost in a night. And then you see somebody go off and living a good life and you're stagnant and you're wondering, well, what the fuck happened? Stop exchanging energies with people, especially under this harvest moon. Now, I think that's all the caution and warnings I have for this full moon before I pull any cards. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Other than don't go to war, choose peace over everything, do not sexually exchange energies. Arguments is also exchange of energy. Be mindful of borrowing money from people. Well, let me keep my distance. Yeah, this is the energy. And I know we always live half our life in hermit mode and the other half out. But this energy, if you know that you are hot-headed, if you know you're easily irritable, if you know you have a reckless mouth like me, this is just a time for us to shut up. Even me. That's why I haven't been on Facebook, because I'm going to fuck around and piss the wrong person off and I'm going to get my ass beat. Like, I don't want to go to war with nobody. I don't want all that conflict. I got too many demons I'm fighting on my own to be trying to fight anybody else's demons. So yeah, this is just the perfect energy to just withdraw, watch from afar. Anybody try to get buck with you, anybody try to get aggressive with you, do not internalize that. Do not take it personal. Just be like, man, that Aries full moon got these motherfuckers acting beside themselves, and keep it pushing. It's not worth it. Even if you win a fight, even if you win an argument, it's not worth it, because this Aries full moon, like I said before, just like with that road wage example, you may think it's something small and petty and it's over with just as quick as it started. Whole time this motherfucker's calculating their get back. These people are not right in the fucking head. I'm so serious. I seen a video the other day. I wish I knew her name so I could give the proper credit to whoever said this. But this girl, she was a white girl, but she was talking about how she really believes there's going to be like a narcissistic crash out worldwide. And I've never in my life even thought of that even happening, but it makes so much sense. If we have a narcissistic crash out on this planet, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I gotta go. I wish I knew her name, because she explained it, and she explained it in great detail. She's an astrologist, but I'm like, that makes so much sense. A worldwide narcissistic crash out. Just because motherfuckers aren't stroking egos anymore. And people like me and other spiritualists are continuing to wake the collective up. So these narcissistic games, these warlock games, these witch games, they're running out of energy to cipher. Anyways, let me go ahead and dive into this and see what else comes out. Thank you, Most High, Ancestors of Spirits. Let's take this. That match my intentions for allowing me to get these messages out to the collective. Can you please read the collective's energy and provide the accurate clarity that they are seeking or needing to hear? Okay, one more thing about the Aries full moon. Your natal chart is going to be like a really big theme. You got to see if you have Aries in your natal chart. That's where your houses is going to be affected the most. So, like, example, I'm an Aries South node, a Libra North node. Aries up. Let me explain it like this. I'm sorry, y'all. So South Node is like your karmic debt, your karmic lessons, your past life, and like the challenges you have to overcome in this lifetime. Your North Node is your destiny, it's your success, it's the things that you could come into if you overcome your South Node. you can't live in your south node and your north node at the same time. It's impossible because it's two different frequencies. The society tries to keep people in their south node. So like when you see people with a whole bunch of fucking potential that don't do nothing with it, it's because they're stuck in their south node. When you see people who have abnormal success or break generational curses or experience a certain level, they're living in their destiny, which is their north node. Me, just an example, Aries is my south node. So as of right now, with this Aries full moon, I'm literally fighting for my fucking destiny. I like to use that example because, again, I'm highly self-aware, so I already know the shit that I need to do. But, like, say if you had, like, an Aries Venus. Venus rules love, it rules connections, it rules how you love and how you perceive love. And this energy, if you are an Aries Venus, this is going to test everything you once thought you knew about love. If you're someone who thought obtaining love is first by lust or sex, you're going to get played. Like, it's not even funny, but just an example. Or, like, you have an Aries Mercury. And with an Aries Mercury, you're very nonchalant. You're very aggressive. You speak brutal truths because of that fiery energy. And this Aries full moon, you're going to do that towards the wrong person. You might fuck around and get beat up. More of the story is pay attention to where you have Aries in your natal chart. If you don't have Aries in your natal chart, the second thing you need to pay attention to is if you're a cardinal sign. A cardinal sign is Libra, Aries, shit. It's one in every sign. Libra, Aries, Pisces, and then what is Earth? Virgo. Those are the 4 cardinal signs. And then, you know, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio are the 4 fixed signs. Anyways, that's as much information off the top of my head because I definitely did not take any notes today, y'all. At all. If you have been experiencing extreme fatigue, if you guys find yourself extremely tired in this energy, get rest. Please get some rest. But also do protection spells to make sure someone's not trying to deplete your energy purposely. Alright, that's enough of it. Now I'm about to pull some cards. So to start you guys this reading, the first card I have coming out is Dancing with Stones. And this card talks about movement, teamwork, and partnership. The second theme I have for the collective message is good luck, and this talks about wishes being granted, miracles as well as blessings. With this card, with these 2 cards that are coming out in the month of October, it's kind of like the ancestors are wanting you to know, although we are in this fiery Aries energy, you can't let this keep you in the house. Some of you guys are going to need to overcome your hyper independence, and you guys are going to be forced to reach out for help. Those who don't like teamwork, which is me. It's not that I don't like teamwork. I'm hyper independent. But like those who struggle with teamwork, those who struggle to reach out for help, those who feel like they have nobody to ask for help from because they're too blind to see the help that the Most High put on their path. In the month of October, you guys are going to be forced to reach out. Where if this is reaching out for advice or opinions, or this is like actual dire needs to meet your needs or some type of crisis. Whatever the case is, I see that, and this is going to sound annoying, but I see that the Most High is putting some of the clarity and closure that you need in other individuals. And it's going to be up to us to use our discernment to dictate who has our best interests at heart and who's coming in as a distraction and wolf in sheep's clothing. Because of that, I do see that the ancestors want you to channel your inner leader. You are very powerful. You have a powerful intuition. You have powerful discernment. Realignment's coming out, and that's the reason why I had stopped doing zodiac signs for a little bit, because I didn't want to sound repetitive in every message. This is about collective consciousness and a lot of people being realigned. With this realignment, this is honestly, I know my spiritual people hate when I talk about the Most High, but God damn it, I'm spiritual and still believe in God. But it's the realignment, pretty much. God's coming in to give us grace. And what I mean by that is, if you have been overindulgent, if you did evolve backwards to people you know you've outgrown, if you have been finding yourself living a toxic lifestyle, you're struggling to have discipline, you're struggling to have structure, you're struggling to create boundaries with your family because you're still scared to say no. Whatever it is that you already know you need to do, like this is not a surprise. Everybody individually that taps in this live already know what they need to do. Don't laugh when I pronounce this, y'all. I was born tongue-tied. It's not the fact that we don't know what we need to do. It's the fact we need to overcome cognitive dissonance. And this is what the energy is going to be for the remainder of the year. And I just got a loud ass ring in my ear. I know, ancestors, I've been hitting it on the head lately. I was about a month early when I did that last collective message, and I said we're all about to be under spiritual attack. but I already knew that I was ahead, but I also was right on time. Anyways, cognitive dissonance, where we already know what we need to do, but it's about applying what we need to do. It's just like what I've been saying for years. Knowing the knowledge and knowing how to apply the knowledge is two different journeys. We can preach and repeat all day long, but when we finally put ourselves in alignment to live it, that's when we're going to be on this frequency. So in this energy in October, as repetitive as it is you versus you. It is you versus you. With this realignment that's coming our way, it's kind of like I said in Pisces reading about how God doesn't like plans. You guys may have your whole life planned out from A to Z. But by the time you get to the letter D, everything fucks up or everything goes into flames, or you just realize like there's just been a shift in energy. It's because you are being realigned. Some of the things you're asking for, it's not like you're not deserving of it, but you're still suffering, or the collective is still suffering from cognitive dissonance, where again, we already know what we need to do. It's about finding the strength to get it done right now. And I feel like with collective consciousness, we really are about to figure this shit out. And that's why I really think that girl's live, I'm going to search for it after this video, but that girl's video that I seen where she's talking about a major narcissistic crash out, it would make sense if collective consciousness right now is overcoming cognitive dissonance. If collective consciousness overcomes that as a whole, mind you, as a whole doesn't mean every single body, but majority, we have enough fucking people to change the frequency, then it makes sense, because we're not following into the same recycled pain. We're not following into the loops of stagnation anymore. We're finally in this energy, since we know better, it's time to do better, and that's what's making it very powerful. All right, what else does the collective need to know, ancestors? So just because you have time doesn't mean you should waste it. It's going to be important you guys stop procrastinating what you know you need to get done. This more so has to do with you standing on boundaries and cleaning up your energy. In the month of October, a lot of people's mask is going to fall off. And like I said before, especially if this is like dealing with family and like unconditional love is involved, you know, being conditioned to not talk back to elders or all that shit that creates a war inside of you. In the month of October, you're going to have to choose yourself. I see that there's a lot of mean girl, mean boy energy out here. And it's like when I talk about this mean girl, mean boy energy, whew, I try to stay out of the celebrity shit, but the way they teaming up on Nicki Minaj and JT, we're not even gonna talk about that. I don't listen to rap music, but you motherfucking right, I listen to every diss track that came out. I used to be a hip-hop head. Come on now. Anyways, with all this mean girl, mean boy energy that's coming out, masks are coming off. So, like, if people have, oh, I don't know why I'm picking up elders and someone's grandma. If someone has been, like, wearing a mask, making it seem like shit's all good, they're not going to be able to fake it under these energies. Listen twice and speak once. People are going to be revealing their intentions towards you. Next card I have out is breadcrumb. Purposely withholding affection, not paying you your worth, not acknowledging your value, or purposely causing confusion and or pain. So if you are confused about where you and another individual stand, or if this is friendship or romantic, understand that this is being purposely done. Life is not as complicated as we make it. We try to read between lines that aren't there. If someone's treating you like shit, it's because they view you like that. Romantically, I already told y'all, man, stop having casual sex. That's not leading to nowhere. Like I said before, just an example, where if you have Aries in your Venus or not, if you're someone who views sex as lust, or if you're someone who views sex, if you're someone who views obtaining love by being in the energy of lust, the month of October is really going to teach you the importance of protecting your vessel, and that lesson is going to come differently for everyone. So if you are already dealing with someone who showed you numerous times that they don't respect you, then it's going to be in your best interest that you stop involving yourself with that person. There's nothing confusing about it. There's no nothing. They love bomb you and breadcrumb you because it's a manipulative tactic, especially if you're dealing with a masculine energy. If they wanted to be with you, they would have bended that shit. Stop allowing people to string you along. This goes back to realignment in this harvest energy that we're in. If you guys decide to have casual sex under this energy, then you're potentially putting yourself at risk of having your energy harvest and you being set back years, not months, years. Some of you guys may feel like your manifestations aren't working. Some of you guys feel like all the hard work you have been putting in is leading you to nothing, but that's not the case at all. You might not be exactly where you want to be, but you're also not exactly where you used to be. And in the month of October, you guys are really going to start to notice progress, especially by the 15th. Keep in mind, slow progress is better than no progress. And because of this progress, it's going to be important you guys continue to protect your path. Watch your mouth. I see that some of you guys need to journal more. Some of you guys need to find that support system where you are able to vent without being judged. But like I said before, in this energy, it's going to be important you watch your mouth. Even if this is in road rage and someone's like, well, fuck you, bitch, and you want to say something back, I'm telling you, there's two energies that I fucking never play about. Two. One's Libra and one's Aries. Those two energies are extremely violent. And the misconception of Libra be crazy because every time we have a Libra full moon or new moon, there be riots and fucking wars happening out here. We're talking about karma. So two energies that I do not fuck around in, I do not even test these humans in, is Libra energy and Aries energy. The crazy part is Libra and Aries are polar opposites. But I mean, that energy is real, man. So watch your mouth in the month of October. I already said this in Libra and I think Pisces messages. So collective warning, be mindful. Be mindful who you think you're going to be cussing out. Again, you could be the threat. People might need to be mindful with you. I don't know which side we're going to be on, but just assuming we're trying to be on a high vibrational side, don't go to war with nobody, man. I don't care if somebody inboxes you like, oh, you dusty ass bitch. Laugh at that shit because this is not the energy to be playing in. Anyways, you guys are shedding. You're shedding old ways. You're shedding mindsets. You're dropping dead weight. You're dropping burdens that no longer serve you. And I see redirection is here. And you're going to be more focused on yourself. So whether by force or free will, collective, we're all going to be put in this energy. And with this shedding of the old ways, I want to go back to this watching your mouth. If you're someone who's known to be, again, easily irritable, and you don't want to be like that no more, you don't want to walk around angry or with a dark cloud over your mouth, well, guess what? The only way to change is by being tested. So yeah, you might be tested. And it's going to be the old you versus the new you. Your old ways versus your new ways. You going to cuss this motherfucker out? Or you just going to let him have it and charge it to the game? Come on now. Redirect your focus right now because you guys are magnetic. And depending on how you guys play this energy right is going to be dependent on how your month of October is going to end and your month of November is going to be beginning. I see ignoring red flags will cost you later. And I do see the price to pay will be hardship or heartbreak. So once again, listen twice and speak once because in this month of October, people are going to be unintentionally snitching on themselves. Let's pull some of these. Now my next card out is what are you willing to sacrifice to live in your 100% wholehearted, authentic truth? What is it, collective, that is hindering you for pursuing the things you authentically want to pursue? We're not talking about playing it safe. We're not talking about survival mode. We're not talking about the easiest way to survive. I seen a video the other day that said that everything you pursue comes with a challenge, and that's just real. Even fasting, even sobriety, even going back to school, even buying your first house, everything comes with a fucking challenge. So because of that, you have to pick your heart. Everything's going to be hard. So which hard path are you willing to walk? And with this harsh path that you're willing to walk to obtain whatever it is you're trying to create, you have to understand there's things you need to sacrifice and leave behind. What are you willing to sacrifice? Of course, in this reading, we're talking about low vibration versus high vibration. So all people, places, and things that obviously cause more harm than good. This is also talking about drug addiction and attachments as well. Overindulgence, the food that you're eating, the TV that you're watching. What is it that you feel like could be keeping you stuck in place right now? And what are you willing to sacrifice to be the greatest version of yourself, collective? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to let go of so something will no longer block your blessings? Again, it doesn't even have to be outside of you. It could be old mindsets and old perceptions that you once used to carry. It could be that cognitive dissonance that you're still stuck in. But there's something here that you have to absolutely sacrifice if you genuinely want to become the greatest version of yourself. I see you guys are magnetic. I can't make this the fuck up. I can't even speak on magnetic. So before I put out that magnetic card, I said, what are you willing to sacrifice? The next card out is you have to let go and move on. Who do you have to let go of? You can't heal in the same place that broke you. And some people are meant to misunderstand you. I said it earlier, when I pulled out this Mean Girls card, I see somebody's grandma. Like, I'm seeing elders, man. It don't have to be elders, but you already know. If you have to question their character, if you have to question their motives, the fact that you're questioning it is enough evidence that you need to withdraw your energy, pull your energy back. Somebody has toxic friends, toxic family member. They give out toxic advice. They devalue you. They breadcrumb you. They make everything seem like you're their fault. Like, it's lonely at the top. And everybody's not going to resonate with that message. But if you're on a spiritual journey, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You will never become the greatest version of yourself looking towards these motherfuckers for validation. Business owners, you would never fucking be successful thinking these motherfuckers is going to support you. Some of you guys will never be in another relationship again because these motherfuckers scare everybody off. What are you willing to sacrifice? Because these people you can't bring to the top with you. And I see these could be the same people who's putting you in a spiritual war. I said it. Listen twice to speak once. Something's going to happen in the month of October. Y'all ain't got to take my word for shit. Something's happening in the month of October where they're no longer able to keep these masks. Everything in spirituality, life is spirituality. I don't care if people want to believe it or not. Everything happens in seasons and cycles. Seasons and cycles, seasons and cycles. From moon cycles to certain seasons, I've been doing this shit for years. So when people do spell work, understand there's no such thing as a spell work that lasts the remainder of your life. Seasons and fucking cycles, which means there's going to be a season in a cycle where all spell work is lifted and the veils are lifted and we see motherfuckers for exactly who they are. That's what you call an even playing field on earth. This is just as much heaven as it is hell. And again, we're just as much as the devil as we are God. The angel and the demon on our shoulder, right? Y'all saw me fighting demons publicly. Had to keep my demons at bay. I got some, man. Anyways, moral story is, it's like the ancestors want you guys to mentally prepare for this shit. Because somebody's shadow side's coming out. And if you are too gung-ho on these people's approval and validation, when they start treating you a certain way, you're going to end up feeling so depleted and broken. Next card I pulled out was trustworthy support. It's lonely at the top, but it's not always like that. And like I said in Libra or Pisces reading, it's lonely at the bottom too when you have a lot of motherfuckers around you who's built to misunderstand you. You could be in a room full of people and still feel alone. So loneliness is not the fucking problem. It's abandoning ourselves and abandoning our journey that becomes a problem. You're never fucking alone unless you abandon yourself. Trustworthy support here. So it's kind of like the ancestors are saying, where's the fuck the card go? I can't even find it. What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you going to sacrifice these toxic friends, these toxic family members for trustworthy support that's actually going to give you what you need? That's actually going to help water your garden when you're not strong enough to water your garden? That's going to actually help fill your cup when you're not able to fill your cup? A group that's not going to count favors. They don't want to count favors. Or are you going to continue to be around motherfuckers who give you the absolute wrong advice, that cause you to question yourself and your own insanity, that triggers old ways and old behaviors back out of you, that breadcrumbs you? You see them doing everything for your siblings and cousins and your other friends, but when it comes to you, your birthday or any event, you get breadcrumb. You're nobody's favorite person. It's because you're trying to grow in an environment you've been outgrown. You're trying to create an empire and foundation in an environment that has already rejected you since childhood. Hold fire. We gonna take that as an omen. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Yesterday I had a whole ashtray blow up. right when I was talking to my homegirl. I had to throw that shit away. I should post a picture of it. I was doing a cord cutting spell on a motherfucker who didn't want to let me go. Soon as the cord cutting spell went right and like my energy was free, like the whole fucking candle exploded. I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what that means. Sometimes when the energy's that potent, man. Anyways, a whole fire in y'all reading. In the Harvest Aries moon, where we're talking about fire, hostility, mean girl, mean boy. What are y'all willing to sacrifice, man? My whole card gone. You have to let go and move on. Because these motherfuckers, you'll never amount to nothing with them people attached to you. And that's just the truth. They won't allow you. They don't care. Someone has you believing in illusions. Someone's selling you dreams or false promises, and you're thinking something's going to go your way. You're thinking it's all illusions. And in the months of October, these illusions are going to be shedded. This is just an example. Like, say if like your grandmother, your auntie, or a best friend's like, hey, I got this car I'm going to give you for free. And you're thinking this is about to help all your transportation problems. And then when it comes to them giving you the car, they're like, no, I'm not giving you shit. Or you got to give me $5,000 or something like that. And you're going to be like, well, you told me you were going to give me this. This is just an example, y'all. Someone could be giving you false promises. Someone could be leading you on, selling you dreams. And by the time the illusion shatters, they're not going to give a fuck. They're going to be like, it took you long enough to realize. Major financial increase here. You don't need these people. Go ahead and let them go. And again, take it how it resonates, because I'm talking to people who already is aware of this. I bet you they probably kicking people out my life, man. I can't believe a whole ass fire. Yeah. It's time for you to embrace a season of quiet. Embrace a season of quiet. Go in a hermit mode. Start fasting. Start detoxing. Get in your Bible right now. If you're spiritual, I still have a Bible. My Bible's by my Bible's in my room. But embrace a season of quiet right now. I said it in my last couple of lives, but this is the perfect time for you guys to get rooted in your spiritual and religious practices. When we talk about spiritual wars, when we talk about the devil's distractions, when we talking about illusions done by magicians or master manipulators, this is when you cling on to your faith the most. You cling on to your higher self the most. You cling on to your Bible, your spiritual practices the most. I see they're telling you to decline invitation that invites old ways back into your life. Again, as you guys are getting ready to experience a timeline jump, a massive transformation where you're finally overcoming cognitive dissonance. You've been knowing what you needed to do for years, for months, and now you finally got the momentum, the energy, and the discipline to do it, and you're actually changing your life with it. Of course, here comes all the temptation. I already experienced this shit, man. I promise you I already experienced this shit a week or two ago. Again, someone views you as an easy target. And at one point in time, you could have been an easy target. At one point in time, you could have allowed people to allow you to evolve backwards. At one point in time, it was easy to play you. It was easy to breadcrumb you. It was easy to confuse you. It was easy to sell you dreams. It was fucking easy. But you're not this easy target anymore. You should be immune to this shit right now. You should be immune to psychological abuse. And as you guys are starting to decline the invitations out your life, this is not going to do nothing but piss people off more. I keep picking up an evil mother, grandmother, auntie, somebody else's mother, or just someone just in some dark feminine energy, possibly a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or you could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Someone who wears a false ass mask. They're like, they have spiritual abuse or religious abuse. They carry false positivity, but in the end, they're malicious. They want to hurt you. They want to humble you. This could be a sister as well. Because you want to accept their invitation to evolve backwards. Now, don't get me wrong. You could have evolved backwards last night. Don't get me wrong. The full moon technically is not starting until tonight. You could have evolved backwards last night, smoking and drinking and being around all the motherfuckers you know you shouldn't be around. But something about these next 2 days and an overnight change, and when the weekend comes back up, and they want to relink with you, and you don't want to do that, you're like, you know what, I'm cool. That's when you're going to piss these people off. Like, this motherfucker don't want to smoke and drink with us no more. This motherfucker think they're better than us. They're trying to withdraw their energy. This could be sexual. This could be a friends with benefits. And for so long, you allow someone to treat you like a fling with no strings attached. And now you're like, you know what? I deserve better treatment than this. I should treat myself like I'm worth a little bit more than this. So you decline the invitation for casual sex. Now they're like, who the fuck this bitch think she is? Ain't nobody gonna ever cuff her. Ain't nobody gonna ever cuff him. They want to deprive you. Deprive you from abundance. Deprive you from happiness. Deprive you from your destiny. You think I'm fucking playing, man. They want you to self-sacrifice so you're too blind to see who you're truly meant to be. They want you to deprive yourself by accepting breadcrumbs. Because as long as you're filling your cup up with breadcrumbs, you're going to be too blind to see the trustworthy support that the divine spirit is putting on your path. There are people out here, collective, who will love you for no reason. I love you for no reason. I do. I love a lot of y'all more than y'all love yourselves. There are people out here who will love you for no reason other than the fact that you're another anointed being. There are people out here who would never fucking breadcrumb you because they know exactly how that shit feels. And instead of internalizing their trauma to hurt other people, they actually set out to heal. And now they're in each one teach one. There's 1,000 different versions of me. I'm not the best example. I got demons I'm still fighting. But when it comes to my integrity and how to unconditionally love strangers, there is people out here that would never purposely send you down the wrong path. They only want the best for you. We call them earth angels. We call them anointed beings, high vibrational people, soul tribe, whatever it is you want to call it. They exist. Everybody on the planet's not shiesty. But the thing is, you can't have these people in your life while still having these people in your life. Because these people, as much as they love you, they already mastered self-love. They love themselves too much to put themselves in the fire with you and end up being a target to your fucking enemies. So, also, someone who thinks that, I don't even like talk about this collective, but someone's definitely living a double life. Someone's married. Someone's in another relationship. They're not as single as they led to be. Anyways, I just see it's all about shedding. The fear of being alone, the fear of having nobody, that's false evidence appearing real. You're scared to step out of your comfort zone. You want to run back to what's familiar, even if these familiar people treat you like shit. And guess what? You have two options. You're going to heal or you're going to stay wounded. You have free will. I gotta share this video because homegirl made a video about free will. I'll tell you, this girl has took every lesson I've ever taught and she literally puts them into skits and simplifies it. But it'd be the exact same shit I be teaching because I learned the game, man. Erykah Badu taught me the game and I ain't never let it go. But free will. We all have free will, but our options is limited. And that's the truth. Every action and decision you're making is leading you towards self-improvement or self-destruction. So you're going to either grow or have your growth stunted. You're going to go through the uncomfortable process of change and healing, or you're going to keep your demons at bay and stay in your comfort zone around people who feed them. But you can't have both. And you cannot have or manifest what you're not willing to work for. It's just like someone who wants to make 6 figures a month, but they don't want to put in the work. Like, that's doing too much. I don't want to sit there and learn all of that. I don't want to sit there and figure that out. I don't want to sit there. Well, then you don't want the 6 figures. How are you entitled to something you don't want to work for? Work is not just physical. It's mental, emotional, psychological, spiritual. If you don't want to put in the work for a better quality of life, then how dare you complain about the life you're settling for right now? That's saying no one's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. They're talking about the hard work you're willing to put in order to receive the outcome that you desire. Everyone doesn't have the strength to create the reality. Half these motherfuckers join spirituality because they think it's easy. And then they realize Christianity is actually the easiest religion to follow. That's why we have more Christians than anything. It's hard in spirituality. Ain't shit free. People talk about we join spirituality so we won't be held down by these man-made laws. Okay, bet. But what about the laws of nature? What about the laws of the universe? What about the laws of karma? What about law of attraction? There's laws and rules and regulation everywhere you go. Where if you want to be spiritual, where if you want to be religious, where if you want to be a Catholic, where if you want to be an atheist, yeah, atheists have rules too. How you pronounce that shit? The Satanists or the motherfuckers who believe everybody got rules and regulations. There's nothing free in this life. There's not one group or one religion or spiritual practice you will ever fucking join where you don't have to fucking be tortured. Spiritually tortured. And I say that because spirituality is one of the fucking hardest things to practice. It is. Why you think so many people go back to religion? Why they say it's the devil. That shit was bringing out demons. No, you just finally met your shadow sign. You scared the shit of it. I don't discriminate because people who take their religion seriously, I got Christian clients right now and they take that shit serious. They put themselves through the ringer like spiritual people do because they know no pain, no fucking gain. If you're not willing to put the hard work in it, then you're not willing to experience it. Sit there with the envy and the jealous and the I wish I could, but I couldn't. But us here, spirituality, we ain't got no fucking choice. You either go get information or be left behind. But ain't nobody gonna save you from yourself. Everybody want to be saved, not realizing you're trying to be saved from your mental health. You're trying to be saved from your childhood trauma. You're trying to be saved from your low self-esteem and fear of rejection. Can't nobody jump inside your head and save you from that. And what, you gonna date a man, you gonna date a woman, and you're gonna put all your fucking burdens on their shoulders, expecting them to heal you? Guess what? You are who you attract. You just attracted someone just as fucked up as you. Y'all can't heal each other. Y'all gonna be codependent in a trauma bond. I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. Can't nobody save you from you but you. And that's why only the strong survive and thrive. Fear versus intuition. Don't allow your insecurities to play trick on your mind. You guys are on a rise. You are. We're about to reach a higher potential, stronger discipline, overflow of blessings and abundances, all the good shit. Because peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. But it's not going to fall in our lap. First of all, some of you guys need to start trusting yourself again, and you need to give yourself permission to trust yourself again. You done been surrounded by way too many opinions, way too many people trying to force you to think a certain way. Way too many people try to keep you in a box. Like I said before, these motherfuckers want you to self-sacrifice and accept these breadcrumbs. They want to keep you deprived and blind. And then you allow your insecurity to make you believe you're not worth the things you want. No, you just been on enemy territory. You've been in environments you've been outgrown. Ain't nobody gonna see your vision but you. So you trying to tell motherfuckers your plans. You're trying to tell them your goals. You're trying to tell them your dreams. They don't have the eyes to see or the ears to hear. You probably sound batshit crazy to them. You know how many times I try to tell my grandma, like, all you gotta do is do this, and she discredits me because of how old I am? You can't save everybody. And you damn sure need to be mindful who you share your spiritual experiences with. You need to be mindful who you're sharing your goals and dreams with, because these motherfuckers is built to misunderstand you. They're going to tell you your intuition's fear. They're going to tell you your intuition's insecurity. They're going to tell you your intuition is just a la-la land. And then what? You give up on yourself? You stay in environments, you stay around these motherfuckers who wanted you to self-sacrifice anyway. Had you had the right person pour into you since childhood, had you had the right guidance since childhood, someone who really took you under their wings, someone who really seen the difference in you and invested in it, imagine who you will be right now. And it's like this. It's like the family dynamic, right? Usually in a family dynamic, the worstest one, the abuser, the weak link, they get all the love and support. And the ones who have potential, the strong ones, the ones who could go out and get it, they get neglected. Why? Because if them people really poured into that strong person and made that strong person even better, they're fearful that that person will go off and live a greater life than them. They know exactly what they're doing in every fucking family, just like my grandma. I sit here and talk about how my grandma took care of her prostitute-ass sisters all my life. I was 23 years old after being in an 8-year relationship. I was 15 to 23 years old in a relationship. I'm single for the first time. And you put me in a shelter. I've never prostituted. I've never stripped. I've never did hard drugs. And I'm in that shelter while these prostitutes got a full bed. You know why she didn't want to pour into me? Because they scared of who I'll become if I actually have the right support. That's in every family dynamic. Don't think these motherfuckers is confused about who they supporting and who they not supporting. They need you to be deprived. Because if you had the support and the guidance that you needed since childhood, you would have never encountered half the bullshit you're experiencing now. So, Rev, this is breadcrumb in a family dynamic or breadcrumb in a relationship. People know what the fuck they're doing. They know what they're doing. Motherfuckers be way smarter than they allow people to think they are. It's called weaponizing incompetence. It's called putting a veil over your eyes. It's whatever you want to believe in, but they know what they're doing. And since you're on a rise this time in this harvest full moon, a lot of you guys are getting put in a position to finally trust yourself. Like, you know what? The people I've been holding on to the most is the very reason I stayed down the longest. Let me meet some strangers and watch how my life unfolds. You have everything you need to proceed and succeed. I just feel like it's time for us to step off the porch. I've been jumped off the porch. And what I mean by jumped off the porch is it's time for you to draw the line in the sand with certain individuals forever. Love them from a distance. Stop telling these people your personal moves. Stop telling people your goals and dreams. Once you're at a point where you have to be mindful and watchful of what you say, the relationship's over. I don't know how to feed people with a long-handed spoon. Either I love you with my whole chest or I don't love you at all. But if y'all know how to feed people with a long-handed spoon, then do exactly that. My fucking foot, y'all. I've been fucked up. I have fucked my foot up. It got swollen, and then I was supposed to keep it rest, but the whole time of keeping it rest, I kept doing stuff. And then, like, today, I was doing laundry early in the morning. More stories. I'm probably going to have to be on bed rest eventually. I'm not good with laying down all day. I got shit to do. But anyways, mental prisons, being free from mental prisons. Come rest, retreat, recharge. Once you're out these mental prisons, try not to rush any your process. Even though it says procrastination is ruining your potential, I feel like it's procrastinating when it comes to finally getting all these snakes out your garden, when it comes to you waking up to the truth. A lot of you guys are business owners, and this all the more reason for you to stray away. Focus on the bigger picture. Some of you guys have been conditioned of one-way thinking. You're resistant. You're resistant towards new ways. You're resistant to, no, man, I have to bring my whole family to the top. And you can. But trying to bring them to the top while you're still working on getting to the top is dumb. At least make it to the top and then reach back down. But you need to get out of this one way of thinking. Everybody in the family does this. Everybody from the hood does this. Everybody think like this. Yeah, and you're going to get the same results as everybody else. A herd stuck in the matrix with a herd mentality. You need to think about the bigger picture right now. We're talking about your future. We're talking about the quality of life you live. And with us about to be in this full moon, this harvest moon, you're going to heal or you're going to stay wounded. And you're going to be an easy target because it's like, this person don't trust themselves anyways. Let me go ahead and continue to sell them dreams. Let me deprive them from the love they desperately want. Let me breadcrumb them from the money and the finances they desperately need. Let me make sure that everything that this person needs to live an okay and stable life, let me make sure that they never have it. You know how fucked up that is? That's the true definition of envy. See, jealousy is when, like, they're jealous because they want what you have. Like, they're triggered that you have the things you want and they want it. Envy, they don't want what you have. Envy, a motherfucker could be a multi-millionaire. You're in the shelter. And this millionaire so envies you because it's not about your material abundance or finances. It's about who you could be. It's about your spirit. These motherfuckers want your spirit. They want your light. And what's the best way to have somebody's spirit? By breaking it. And some of you guys probably been in the process of having your spirit broke since a child. Trying to break your dreams, trying to ruin your innocence, trying to make you, they just want to break your spirit. With no gain. They gain nothing from this. So that's how you know we're not just dealing with haters. Haters is jealous people. We're dealing with malicious beings that want to hurt or humiliate you. They want you to be humble. And you could already be humble. Like I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many times someone who had more than me looking at me like I need to be humble. But it's the simple fact that I could have less than you and still have authentic happiness. I could experience hell in hot water and turn around and turn that shit into milk and honey. The richest of the richest. Some of the most money that I've ever seen in my life. And motherfuckers talk about I need to write a book on how I survived. But it's cause I didn't allow my ego. I didn't get caught up in this matrix shit. I didn't get caught in this superficial, egotistical shit. I made sure the last 10 years of my 20s that I put in work for healing. And when we talk about healing, people think, oh, that shit's so boring. It's so lonely. It's so this. It's so that. And those same people will turn around and pay me for my wisdom and advice. It's not that boring, is it? When you actually have something to show for it. Anyways, don't allow these motherfuckers make you deprive yourself, man. I'm trying to tell you, brainwashing, conditioning, confusion, spells, psychological abuse, the spiritual war is in your head. Literally. But it's not in your head like you're making it up. It's in your head as far as they're attacking your mental health. And the thing is, if you too loud about it, they're going to call you crazy. And that's why I love my ancestors, man. I love my ancestors. Anyways, some of you guys need to start sleeping to sleep affirmations. I might make a post about that later and put some in there. I actually have a whole ass folder that I never finished. I did all 7 of the chakras. I thoroughly explained the chakras with like videos to help unlock it. And then I was supposed to do the 7 steps from self-awareness to self-mastery. And this was like 2 years ago, y'all. I have a bad habit of not finishing shit. I should finish that tonight though. Anyway, sleep affirmations is here. Someone's being targeted with lust-based energy. I mean, it's full moon season. And for my divine feminine women, especially if you ovulate or your cycle is on full moons, hell yeah, we hollering at the moon. It's a part of being divine feminine. If you're a divine feminine or you're a divine masculine, you have a natural high sex drive. That's just what it is. Just because you have a high sex drive does not mean you're promiscuous or you're hypersexual. It just means it's going to be important. You don't let this moon cycle get you caught up. I've already been caught up. And I had to snap out of it. That's why I had whole ashtrays exploding yesterday. Like, I know I can't be playing with my energy. These motherfuckers want to harvest me so bad. But don't allow this full moon to trick you. Yes, if you find yourself a little bit more in the mood than anything else, you better off pleasuring yourself. Not to porn either. Don't you unlock them demons. If y'all still watching porn, y'all need to close them demons out. You got incubus and succubus all in your goddamn house. I'm telling you, sexual exchange energies. If you're looking at them and you're orgasming with them in your mind, you just had sex with that person's demons. Stop watching porn. Stop watching it. Anyways, and then one more thing. I know I'm not trying to be by the book, but if you're still using sex toys, stop using that shit. That shit is fucking you up, man. And they wonder why 60% of women have never had a proper orgasm while having sex. It is physically impossible for you to not have access to every single thing in your body, including your left and right brain. Every woman has the capability of having an orgasm without even being touched. It is a sacral chakra blockage that I've even learned. So get rid of them fucking sex toys and get in tune with your sacral chakra and your sexual side. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Sex energy is the most powerful, potent energy that's out here. It's part of nature. Anyways, outside of that, I do see repeated loops here with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Either you are a fire sign or you're dealing with a fire sign. This person's a stalemate connection. Whether if it's a friend, family member, or romantic partner, who they are now, they're going to forever be an ain't shit ass person. All is not lost if you have to leave people behind. I do see that. I told you, I know what I'm talking about. This is all about family, friends, siblings, cousins. But these people are fearful of what they done or said to you. Get on your spell work, get on your manifestations, get on your Bible. It's all magical, but yeah, these people are gonna realize there's some type of spell that's getting ready to be lifted. If this is not a spell that's being lifted, you guys are just finally seeing who the fuck these people are. You're seeing their malicious motives. You're catching them in the slick shit that they're saying. You're putting 2 and 2 together to the point they're like, oh, this motherfucker's not dumb anymore. And what's this? What did I just say? They're going to be like, oh, this motherfucker's not dumb anymore. They can see us. They can really see us without our mask. I'm sorry. No, the fuck they're not. This is insincere. They just want to reel you back in. Again, it could be lust space energy, could be family energy. These people aren't sorry. They're just sorry that you're finally fucking catching on. That's why I said cycles and seasons, cycles and seasons. You can only trick somebody for so long. You can only play with somebody for so long. The truth will always come out. Look at what's happening in the industry right now with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and all them. I don't pick sides because I'm not even supposed to be listening to no fucking rap music. But one thing I can say is before I stopped listening to rap music, there was only 2 women I fucked with. That was Glorilla and JT. It's because I like women who have real bars. I was a barb since like a kid. Come on now. But let get out these industry beef. But at the end of the day, JT was always my bitch. When people used to be like, JT's a mean girl, JT's a mean girl. And I'm like, people probably think I'm a mean girl. But no, I'm not a mean girl. I have a defense mechanism for all the times bitches targeted me and excluded me out my whole life. If I come off as a mean girl because I'm protecting my mental health and I refuse to bow down and let a motherfucker think I'm lesser than, then y'all really don't know what a mean girl is. JT's not a mean girl. She watched her whole friend switched up with that one big gay nigga. I would be a mean girl too. What, because I'm not an ass kisser? Now, as far as Nicki Minaj, I have nothing to say about that woman. I have nothing to say about that. But JT was one of the few rappers I still fucked with. Now I don't fuck with them no more. I don't listen to rap music. I listen to all them disses though. Just I listened to it for a social experiment to see who was going to win the rap war or whatever. But other than that, I don't listen to them heifers. I'm not trying to have my demons being triggered. Anyways, moral story is there's a saying, don't judge what you may not understand. Because outside looking in, you probably think someone's the victim until you're inside looking out like, oh shit, I never knew you was in here getting tortured and bullied by everybody. It's either you gonna lay down and take that shit or you gonna stand up and be the biggest bitch that any bitch trying to be towards you. That's why they say with narcissism, when you survive narcissists, you end up having narcissistic traits. Why? Because it takes a fucking wolf to kill a wolf. You guys love the wolves in sheep's clothing. The thing is, they got sheep's clothing on. They're not hiding they're hiding their hands. I'd rather hang out with a wolf and an authentic asshole than a wolf in sheep's clothing that go around here starting all this shit and then play victim. It takes a wolf to kill a wolf. So if you call somebody a mean girl and this, that, and the other, just remember who they going to war against. I'm sorry, I'm thorough when it comes to certain shit. Just authentic about shit. Anyways, let me get off that. So you definitely have somebody here trying to reminisce about the old days, or someone's trying to bring the past up to get you in this feel-good energy. Could be siblings, could be cousins, could be this person that's trying to put you back in this lust-based energy. Whatever the case is, it's a manipulation tactic. These people live a toxic lifestyle and they're never going to change. They're fucking reckless. They're not living right and they're blindsided to their own destruction. Meanwhile, you have a powerful process that's not easy. It's not easy, but it's necessary. So like I said earlier in the reading, you have to choose your heart. Every fucking thing you do is going to be hard and come with a challenge. And yes, staying stuck in place with your growth stunning is still hard. So you're either going to take the hard path of improving the quality of your life, the quality of your finances, getting out of cognitive dissonance, actually having discipline so you can have real stability, going through that hard process. Or you're going to go through the hard process of continuing to stay in environments that's built to misunderstand you. Environments that you've outgrown. Lifestyles that's not feeding your soul, it's draining it. The lifestyle that's not keeping you alive is killing you. Pick your heart, because they both hard to deal with, man. Yeah. Divine has a plan at play. Trust the process. What are you afraid of? Your fears are holding you back. What are you afraid of? Rejection? Failure? Defeat? What are you really afraid of? What do you really think is going to happen to you if you actually listen to your inner knowing and live the life you live? You're scared of being judged? Fuck these people. What are you really afraid of? To the point you're not able to surrender. You keep trying to control what you can't. You're afraid of being alone? That saying, we're going to die alone, is the biggest illusion ever. The biggest illusion. You could be married with a house full of kids and die in a car accident. Guess what? You're alone. There's no fear of dying alone. That shit is just, it's a fear base to make people want to get married and procreate. It's all fear. It's not truth, though. Next card I have out is angels and demons. It's your demons speaking these fears into you. But what if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? What if everybody witness me fall off? Or whatever these shits is. I don't know. You talking to a motherfucker. Like, I really don't care what people think about me. Shit, after all them stories I shared on Facebook, after I shared my stories about my toxic relationships and how I used to stab niggas up, I'm like, yeah, I wasn't gonna date nobody from Omaha, but I damn sure can't now. Like, these niggas think I'm crazy. At the same time, I done had over 100 friend requests since the day I got off Facebook. I don't know if my following's public right now. Go click my following. Look at all the niggas that's following me. I gotta clean that shit up, because why I got all these men following me? Why? Because they have a fetish. They fetishize bipolar. They fetish that shit. It's dangerous. Anyways, though. What are you afraid of? Angels and demons. Divine has a plan for you, but only your fears is holding you back. For some reason, you just refuse to surrender. You need to know every detail of the plan. But faith is trusting the process without knowing the outcome, right? If you say you believe in God, if you say you believe in your ancestors, if you say you believe in yourself, if you say you trust the process, then why the fuck you not demonstrating it? Knowing the knowledge and knowing how to apply it is two different steps. It's time to start surrendering. Surrender your ego, surrender your fears, surrender your need to control, and control the shit that you can. Because there's going to be some unexpected that's going to come either way. End of the day, it's time to surrender. Surrender the past. I can't make this up. I've shuffled the fuck out these cards before. Divine has a plan for you. Faith is trust the process without understanding the plan. Divine plan at play. Trust the process. 333, 303, 321, 373, 323, whatever the fucking case is. Threes. In spirit, in religion, what is three? The Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. In spirituality, it's the mind, body, and the soul. 3 is here, though. Where if you're spiritual or religious, you know what that number 3 stands for. October about to be one of the most spiritual months we are experiencing throughout the whole year. And I just see that the ancestors just want you to trust, man. Surrender. Surrender your need to know all the answers right now. Continue to water your garden. Surrender these motherfuckers you have to question. If you really have to sit there like, man, I don't think this person's good for me. If it crossed your fucking mind, then they're probably not. Let them go. Love them from a distance. You don't have to announce it. Hey, I gotta cut you off. No, you don't have to say shit. Starve the connection. Breadcrumb them. If these are siblings and family members that you struggle to speak up to because you love them so much, go low contact. You don't have to go no contact. You can go low contact. Low contact is you keep it short and simple. You don't overshare your private information. You're not venting to them. They don't know what you're planning. They don't know your moves. But you can still say hi and bye. You can still say you love them. That's called low contact. But you're going to have to do something. Because as this energy is lifted, a lot of our money is about to be looking good soon. Don't put yourself back in a money blockage. Don't put yourself back in a series of unfortunate events because you allowed because you got to see these people for who they are and the veil was lifted, and as soon as the veil was lifted and you claimed your freedom, they're trying to trap you back in. Mind you, some of these people aren't doing this intentional. There's a thing called empty vessels. Empty vessels are just people who have no sense of spirituality, religion. They're an empty soul. They're an empty vessel. Since they're an empty vessel, it's easy for demons to take over their vessel. It's easy for them to project hate. It's easy for them to project this low vibrational, dark, demonic shit. They're an empty vessel. They have no protection. So although it may come in the form of your sister, your best friend, or your mother, look at that shit as a spiritual attack, a demon taking over their vessel. Like, this bitch is almost about to get away. Let me bring her back in. Y'all think I'm crazy? I've been doing this shit for years, man. Alright, I'm about to wrap this shit up, though. Yeah. It's time for you guys to pray harder. You guys need to protect yourself. Yes, you are protected, but you also need to protect yourself. Like I said before, get rooted in your religion. Get rooted in your spiritual practices. Whatever it is you say you believe, get rooted in it. Be mindful what you're watching. Watch more motivational, spiritual, religious shit than you're watching drama and conflict right now. Do whatever it is you need to do. No, I'm not saying you can pray this anxiety away. You can't. Trust me. But you can confront your demons and finally find a solution to what's triggering this anxiety inside of you. You cannot change what you don't acknowledge, and you got to acknowledge you're scared of something. There's something holding you back from living the life you desire. You're scared of, you're fearful of whatever you're fearful of, and that's the very reason you're still in that cognitive dissonance mindset where you know you're supposed to do better, but you just haven't done the work to do better. It's not even about what you need to know anymore. It's about putting what you've learned into action. And yeah, you're going to have anxiety. You're going to have fear. You're going to be confused. You're going to be lost. I'm telling you, man. But this shit is nothing but a feeling that you can't overcome. It's illusions. False evidence appearing real. Fear is the lowest vibration on this planet. Fear, guilt, and shame. The lowest vibration. Love, gratitude, there's one more. I have no fucking clue. Love, gratitude, and something else is the highest frequency on this planet. Love and fear is the only emotions we have. Everything else is secondary. So with this fear base, you're going to look at it as low vibration. We look at low vibration as low self-esteem. We look at low self-esteem as a low drive. What is killing your drive to pursue the life you want to pursue? You may not have been responsible for the mental prisons you found yourself in. Again, someone could have been working hard to break your spirit since a kid. But you are responsible of reclaiming your freedom. It's illusionary chains on your feet keeping you stuck. But at any moment, you could wake up and realize, I could have been moved on. I could have been started to change. You don't need nobody's permission to change. You just, you care too much about everything. And honestly, people who get the most shit done sometimes doesn't care about shit. Alright, what else should I pull before I end it? I'll pull a couple more of these. Keep it to yourself. Your privacy is your peace. Bad company corrupts good character. A balance is being restored, but you gotta cleanse your energy. Go low contact or no contact. Keep your shit to yourself. You are in gaining energy right now. Again, you're gaining new skills, talents, and discipline because you're finally putting what you've learned a long time ago into action. And that's how you practice alchemy, man. Yeah. Don't allow ego, greed, and lust allow you to evolve backwards. You have to die a few times before you're able to properly live. Every time you die, you're shedding off more generational curses. Every time you die, you're shedding off more self-sabotage. You're shedding off low self-esteem. You're shedding off past pain. You're going through the process of shedding in order for you to be reborn. Death and rebirth process, dying through emotional destruction because the greatest lessons in life are learned through pain, but being reborn with newfound wisdom and a second chance to change the narrative of your life. Yeah, the shit sucks. Yeah, the shit hurts. Yeah, it feels like torture and suffering sometimes. But you'd rather go through this shit now than 20 years from now. Because as you're going through all that pain, you're able to alchemize it to truly create your reality. Like I said before, it doesn't matter what you practice or preach. There's no practice or religion out here that's just going to give you everything you want for free. And if that's the practice and religion you're looking for and praying to, then your intentions were fucked up from the get-go anyways. Life is hard for everybody. Nobody has it easy. We all in the same kitchen fixing different plates. My plate may have lettuce and tomatoes. Her fucking plate has oxtails. We all in the same kitchen though. Because we all humans on earth. Still battling the spiritual fight. Life is so much more bigger than what we refuse to see. And that's why death process comes. Career, prosperity, and finding yourself. I'm telling you, man, some of y'all money was only fucked up just because of the company you were choosing to keep. As you're finding yourself, I feel like this is you waking up from imposter syndrome. Be no longer self-sacrificing and allowing people to deprive you from the life, the joy, and the desires that you want. It's only lonely because you don't know yourself. Once you know yourself, you're never alone unless you abandon yourself. Prosperity and career, man. What's the bottom of the deck? Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams right now. Whew, especially around this full moon. I've been having crazy ass dreams, y'all. But that's how I know everybody I need to cut off. Healing the inner child. I mean, that's what all of this is about. I've been talking about the illusionary change of someone probably breaking your spirit since a child. You're healing your inner child. Every time you stand up for yourself, every time you stand outside your comfort zone, every time you move away from environments that cause more harm than good, you're healing your inner child. You're healing your inner teen. Earth and grounding. Get grounded right now. Take charge and action. You already know what you need to do. It's just, again, a matter of getting it done. I actually got to pee, y'all. That's why I'm sitting like this and moving quick, because I got to go to the bathroom. All right, to get ready to conclude this card, too. The Kali Leech. This talks about elders, teacher, wise one, experience. Oh, yeah. After 2025, y'all have a lot more experience than y'all realize. Surrounded by ancestors, man. Not forgotten. Message from spirit and unbroken connection. Y'all need to go make y'all a prayer closet. Go make you an altar. Don't just take this reading for what it is. Go connect to your God that you pray to. Go connect to your ancestors. Get rooted in your spiritual practice. And anything else that I forgot to say in this message, your ancestors and God's going to provide you the rest, man. Get rooted. I'm just a messenger. Be the mountain. Slow, steady, and foundations. Patience is needed. Because Divine's working on a plan for you. All right, I got one more deck I'm going to pull. And then I'm going to get off here. And try to rest my foot. All right, last deck. You will be amazed at what you can attract once you start to believe in yourself. I have another confirmation for that career life, man. I'm telling you, your mind is playing tricks on you, collective. You have the chance to experience a life that people have tricked you into believing you're not good enough to receive. Do not allow your mind to play tricks on you. Do not allow this environment and these people and these family make you finish your story off before it ever begun. I got a double confirmation for your career life. But the thing is, ain't nobody gonna believe in you until you start to believe in yourself. Even if you gotta fake it to make it, man. Stop trying to do everything one at a time and not task out. Stop trying to do everything at once and not task out one at a time. You'll get a lot more done the right way. This is talk about rushing the process of trying not to do everything at once. Nothing will work unless you do. Your change can start today. I poured my fucking soul out into this reading. No, I didn't. I'm going to pull one more card and then I'm going to end it, y'all. One more card and I'm going to end it. What else? Okay. All right. Yeah. Renewed strength. If you have been depleted, if your energy has been drained, you've been exhausted, you just don't have the energy or drive to do what you know you need to do, I see that you have renewed strengths here. You guys are going to be going from unfulfilled and a lack of interest to being around and surrounded by passion. I see as you guys are experiencing this renewed strengths, you got people creeping in on you. People are watching you from social media. People are asking questions about you. You might actually have a creep physically around you. Regardless of, someone needs your help. Someone needs your energy. Someone needs your spirit. And the ancestors are telling you to deprive them. You have to pass. One leads to self-improvement or self-destruction. Helping this person will allow you to experience a fall from grace along with this person. You can't help everybody. You can't. You need to save yourself. You ain't go through all this to have your strength renewed just to pour back into these people. If you believe in God and the ancestors, then you have to believe that they're going to take care of your people. Anyways, this concludes your reading. Please like, share, comment, or follow. And until next time, guys, peace.